Today on the farm, we're gonna be playing in the poopy. Woo! Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the farm. Today we've got a little bit of moving and shaking to do. So literally moving and shaking. We're gonna be shaking out a bunch of manure all over the land. We're gonna hook up to the Ventrac. We're gonna put the weight bar on the back of the Ventrac, and we're gonna put the loader system on here. I'll show you how all that works. We're gonna go grab the ABI manure spreader, and the John Deere tractor's back from the shop. It had a rear seal leak. Rear main seal on the transmission was leaking, caused the clutch to fail. We got a new clutch in that tractor, and we're getting ready to get busy slinging manure. So come along today as we have a little bit of fun here, and we'll show you how a few pieces of equipment work, and we'll sling some poopy. All right, woo! Stoney Ridge Farm, Stoney Ridge, Stoney Ridge Farm. Okay, first part of this is we got to make sure everything's got plenty of fuel on it. The new fuel pump rebuild on this fuel tank, if you guys didn't see that video, there'll be a link at the end of this video, but it's working great. The fuel water separator is working great. We're going to hook up to the battery. We're going to fill the Ventrac full of fuel, and the John Deere is already full. Nice. Guys, we keep everything locked up with a combination lock. I'm not going to show you my combination, but I'll show you the lock. This is a master combination lock, so I don't have to juggle with keys all the time. Everything that's locked on the farm has a combination lock. Some locks have different combos for different things. That's how I keep my farm secure. Between that, cameras, gates, and alarms. Good stuff. We'll pop this guy out, crank up our pump. Man, that sounds good compared to what it did sound like. We'll fill up the Ventrac. The Ventrac holds somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 6 gallons. Nice. All right, so this is the weight bar that goes on the Ventrac. Basically, this goes in the 3-point, just like this. I hope it's all brand new, so it's pretty tight. Come on, baby. You do it. All right, and then we'll get it in here on the other side. Hopefully. It's still pretty tight, like I said. There we go. Okay. We'll hook our top link right here. All right, now what this does, once we put the weights on, let me show you the weights real quick. Okay, so the weights are held on with a long rod right here. We just take our weights and we'll put them over the weight bar back here, just like so. Okay, each weight weighs 42 pounds. There's also a 2-inch receiver, and this is the weight bar for the back of this tractor. Totally designed to work with the 3-point hitch in conjunction with the Versa loader to provide counterweight. Pretty cool. There's no other way of saying this other than this thing is just cool. So there's a belt drive system that runs all the implements on the front of the Ventrac. The Ventrac basically pulls into here, you hook up the belt, you attach a few little latches, and it's fully self-contained. In other words, there's a hydraulic tank in here that the belt on the Ventrac spins. This thing is fully self-contained with the PTO, just like you'd be running a mowing deck. So you don't have to contend with this thing contaminating the hydraulic fluid on the machine. Let's hook up. There's a little tab right here. Basically, we just flip that tab down and it catches the loader. We tighten that tab and our loader is all hooked up, ready to rock and roll. There's one of these on each side, and then the belt system. The John Deere has a pin system to release its bucket, and this has a whole different setup. It's pretty cool. Now we've got it ready. We'll fire up the tractor and we'll engage the PTO real quick. So here goes. Yo! Loader independent over here. Raise it up. Awesome. two big piles of manure. One of them is right over here, and this is our upper garden area. We call it our corn area. We'll be growing squash and corn and all kinds of goodies there this spring. So we'll get the bin track up to the top of the hill where the other manure pile is, and then we'll take the John Deere 5065 up there and we'll get it hooked to the manure spreader. We'll show you how it works. Okay, so to hook up the manure spreader, we basically drop a pin. This is a pretty tight fit. And then we hook up our PTO shaft. Pretty simple. And then there is, we've got two hydraulic hookups, but we're only gonna hook up one of them today, and that is to spin the spreader on the rear of the machine. Pretty simple, just plug them in. And we're ready to rock and roll. Oh yeah, we got to take the jack out too. Very nice. Let's show you how the manure spreader works. So you've seen how it hooks up. We got a PTO shaft. We have two hydraulic hookups. One hydraulic hookup is for this gate right here, which we're not going to hook up today because we're not going to use it. The other hydraulic hookup moves these rakers, and that's what rakes the manure towards the rear of the manure spreader. Now if we come back here, this is what's driven by the PTO shaft. These are the flappers or the smackers or whatever you want to call them that spread the manure out. Now we've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 12 big dump trailer loads of manure right here. This is probably going to take me an hour and a half to load up and 15 minutes to spread. We've got some areas that are of poor soil nutrition right back over in here, and that's what we're going to be putting the manure on today. So we'll toss the drone up in the air, but that's how it works. All this stuff works in sync to break manure up and smack it and spread it out all over the pasture. We want to spread a lot of manure on this pasture. We really don't have enough. We haven't found a good source, a reliable source of inexpensive manure for the farm yet. So we're gonna have to make one. One more little tidbit about this machine. So manure spreader will build up basically a pile of manure at the back of it. This has a gate that you can drop to empty it completely out. So that's pretty nifty. You just pull a little handle down here and release that, and it dumps all the manure out of the machine. So it won't have that caustic manure sitting in there rusting things up. Another little point to make, don't spread manure on a windy day. You'll see why. Yuck. I thought I was going to get away with cheating by not putting this gate down, but as you can see, I need to load in two sections. So I need to load this front half and this rear half kind of separately. So we're going to have to put that gate down, which means we'll have to hook up our second hydraulic. Now the way I have the second hydraulic ran, because I don't have two remotes on the back of this tractor, it was an expense I did not want to incur. So we'll hook up to the loader attachment right here. We'll basically just run an extension hydraulic line that I have from the end here over to the loader, and the loader arm will be what I actuate this big gate with. Man, I love that drone. It gets awesome footage. Right there it is, somewhere there. It's coming down. It's landing itself. Pretty cool. Just hit a button and it lands itself. For some reason, the follow me feature isn't working quite right on that drone, so we got to work on that. I've got a lot more manure to spread, and as you can tell, the sun is setting on beautiful Appalachia. So, guys, I got to get busy. I got to get this pile done before tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm today. Had a blast. We got a lot more manure to spread, and I got to get busy. We'll see you next time. Be sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and hit the little bell icon. It'll notify you when I post a new video.
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
So what we got going on? We're got going on, and we're gonna talk about it, girl.